of the ones from Bahrain. Hi, Miss Amber. Okay, I need you to like move out. Hey, stop it. Back up. Thank you. Okay, Bahrain. I have them in chronological order. And then Thailand, and we got that from Pan Am Games. Riyadh. This is, wait, that's Pan Am Games. And then Olympic boxes right there.
Yeah, you're actually...
So like, I don't know what to do with all these. 2023 Senior Pan Ams. That's my first senior goal. 139 clean. I forgot about that one. This is my athlete pass. My drug testing form.
Was that painful?
No.
Getting the silver?
First ever medals. My first nationals in Austin, Texas. I totaled 110 kilos. Yeah, this is from Atlanta to Paris. That was my plane ticket to get there. I didn't go to the White House after, but they had a thing where you could.
Not worth it to go to the White House.
I said no thank you. This is still, haven't even lifted yet. Got to meet Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I remember this.
Mm-hmm. We got to meet Alona Mar. Sarah Robles wrote me a note.
Okay.
And it's the nicest thing ever. Amber, this is not, come here. Come here. No, move out of the way. Thank you. So after I came back from the Olympics, I had some money after that. So I got myself a fancy espresso machine. Wasn't easy.
She's very strong.
Yes. She's very needy. My dead plant.
Do you want to tell us about this car quickly?
Okay, so there's a car seat on that side. All right, so this is my mom's car. I did run into a wall in the front. You can't tell, but that was like within my first week of driving. Mistook the gas for the brake for the gas, whatever, and ran into a wall. And it was bad because that building was the building my parents were renting their gym out of, so I had to file an insurance, like, whole deal. Somebody hit me on the interstate. Another minivan hit me. We collided. They lost their mirror. Mine is still hanging on. When I go above 65 miles per hour, you can hear it from the inside. And then over here, one time, I was going around my sister's car to move it, like from parking spot to another parking spot, and the door was open, and I miscalculated and hit her car, and then the door had to come off the track and put it back. So if I go through a car wash, water does get in through here.
That'll happen, yeah.
So other than that, it works perfectly fine.
Filthy because there's grass everywhere, and so we
worries.
cleaned it up so you could get some good pictures.
Thank you so much.
It of course still doesn't look anything like what you remember it as.
But it smells the same.
Oh yeah. That we can't control.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Thank
letting
you. I
us come.
appreciate it.
Absolutely, anytime. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Alright, so when were you training here? Like, how old?
Okay. 2015, so I was like 12. I would describe myself as a horse girl as a child. I loved horses. I wanted to like be one so bad. My favorite movie was a horse movie. So I thought I was gonna be like a runner or something like that. It was kind of, I did cross country, track, soccer, basketball. That was kind of my deal for a little bit, up until maybe 5th grade. I was kind of over it and did CrossFit, and then was like, I just want to be strong. So weightlifting. Well, okay, so we started with CrossFit, and our mom owned a CrossFit gym here in town for a couple years. So we did CrossFit Kids, was super involved in that, competed in CrossFit. I wanted to get better at CrossFit and do lifting, and Steve would do like a 6-week seminar like at my parents' gym, and I would participate in that. And my mom was like, you can do this like actually all the time. And I was like, deal. I mean, a typical week looks like
going to CrossFit Kids, finishing that workout, and then heading straight to Steve's and doing a full session, an hour and a half, 2 hours-ish.
So school would end, and then my mom would drop us off here, leave us here, go back to her gym, and we'd sit here and like do homework with all the lights off.
She wasn't very tall. She had these goofy glasses that she would wear. But this was a time when I had some really good guys that were winding out of their careers. And, you know, you get this little girl that comes in with her sister and they're just banging away and happy to be there. And so my attention was a little, you know, divided.
Once Steve got here, like the same deal. He'd unlock the closet to get a bar because before it would be locked. And yeah, you'd get a bar and start going. Like not a lot has changed.
She really didn't want any instruction, and there was a time when I'm like, hey, I think I can, you know, if you want, I can give you some teaches, or I can show you some tricks. That's what I tell them. I can show you some tricks to get you to lift more weight if you want. She goes, no, I'm good. I'm like, okay. So back to my guys.
And it was never really something that was like, ugh, we have to go do. It was not even an option. It was really just, this is what we did, and this is how our schedule looks like, and that was just what it was. There really wasn't any questioning from either one of us.
So what's next for you? So the next Olympics.
Yeah, my coach used to yeah.
Anyway, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Of course.
What Olivia's able to do, there's a reason, you know, she won a gold medal. There are no other women that are able to do a 220 back squat. I mean, she is a gifted athlete. So I think that's also something that she failed to realize for a long time, that her and Steve and her and I and her and our parents had talked about, of like, people put in the same hours as you and, you know, are here at the gym, but you are getting vastly different results. And, you know, there is a reason for that.
It's a hard sport. And if you're gonna make it, it's gonna be a lot of years. And I don't want to just jump in there right away and start demanding this and, look, you got to do it this way. I mean, she's proficient. She's having fun. She doesn't know where this journey's going to take her.
And I remember one time watching her, I can't even remember maybe it's like 120, and this was back in like 2019, it's before COVID. And I don't know why I remember this, but I just remember like, wow, like that's very impressive. And it was just a regular training, like it was just what Steve had programmed, nothing special. But yeah, that moment definitely sticks out. Or even in competitions when like she would follow herself, and like that's not really something that you do at 16 or, you know, 15 years old and you're competing in the senior category. You know what I mean? Stuff like that is like, yeah, that's definitely not how it's going for other people.
At that time, she was just having fun. And so I was just, you know, allowing that to happen, allowing her to find the love in a sport, you know? It's what you have to do in this country.
A new era begins, with fresh weight categories and a clean slate of world records.
Just there we smashes it. I mean, that could have been an opening lift.
The 2025 World Championships will see legends of the past collide with today's elite.
And Ruslan Nuadino has set a new world record in the clean and jerk.
Next year, 230, Norway.
In Norway, the strongest lifters on earth face off to shape the future of the sport.
Oh my goodness, Lord. He's gonna make it. He's gotta hold it. He's right into the jerk. He can't make it. Olympic champion, Shizzy Young. It's not over.
Watch it at Weightlifting House TV, October 2nd to 11th.
$10 if he does 3. However, he can get his $10 back if he gets 3. And then if you both get 3, I'll tell you what, I'll give you both $10.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, because neither one of you is going to get 3 reps.
I'm going to get
You know how tight I am.
I will get 3.
Steve pits everybody against each other all the time, which is a fun environment. One time, Steve had us do 3 sets of 5 power clean.
And after the first set, Haley was like, can I just do 10 and get it over with and not do 2 more sets of 5? So she did 10, and then that means everybody else has to do 10. And then somebody did 11 to one up that, and that's the kind of environment.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
I think I could get 120 for 3.
For us, there's not a lot of variation that we do. We don't have blocks in the gym. You know, you probably saw those are all in storage. We don't have all that. We don't have any of that kind of stuff. There's just maybe 5 or 6 exercises that we'll do. So to make that interesting day after day, year after year, is kind of on me. Strong. Yeah, come on, save.
Oh. Hey, that counts as 2.
What? Yeah, it wants to. Didn't count as 3 though. Yeah. We'll do things now that I would have laughed at, did laugh at 5, 6, 7 years ago. Maybe we'll do a set of 10 on snatch. Not often, but we might do a set of 10 on snatch. You know, I would laugh at somebody that would do that. But I don't do that to get better at snatch on that particular day. I'm doing it to relieve a little boredom.
All right.
You couldn't do it.
That doesn't count, does it?
It counts. You got 2.
Wait, that counts?
Oh, you didn't get 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd call that 2.
That's close enough to 2, but 3 is really cool.
So, you know, that's how I'm using it, is just to alleviate a little bit of the same-o, you know, when we go through the program. And I'm not afraid anymore to just, you know, try it. You know, just a day. A day's not going to, unless I hurt somebody, a day's not going to, you know, stop us from, you know, where we're heading. So
He's older, but he definitely has like a younger personality, if that makes sense. Like, he's very youthful.
the very first time she tried squat jerk, she did 140.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing.
We're like, hey, maybe you could do 70. Oh, that's pretty good. How about 80? All right. We just kept going and going like, dude, maybe you could do 140. And she did.
I think in the way that he interacts with people, and that's the kind of energy he brings into training. Like, he might be 59 years old, but he is still, very youthful. And I mean, I can't say that without explaining like the Steve lore.
And she lived on the beach, and so she just threw some eagles. So
come on.
Of the fact that he like sells snakes.
Yeah, they're not pets. They're just a little income that I bring in every now and then.
So there's quite a demand for snakes, is there?
There's a demand for everything. So I mean, they're really either bright red or bright yellow. So that's kind of cool.
And he's a pilot.
10, 15 years ago, I got my pilot's license and got a plane and just having fun. I wanted to fly helicopters for the Marine Corps when I got out of school. And my dad was in the Marine Corps in Vietnam, and he was very instrumental in talking me out of it.
He's a photographer. Like, he was the original Hook Grip before Hook Grip came and took photos.
So it's just what I use to get me out of the house. It's a 600 millimeter lens, f4, you're a camera guy. So a lot of times, like on these trips, what I'll do is I'll extend my stay. And this was at the, when was this? This was at the Pan Am Games. Yeah. I just hiked in the Patagonia Mountains for 7 days by myself. Never had a bag, never done anything like this before. I had a backpack with all my stuff in it, and like Mike and Tony's like, what are you thinking? I'm like, well, it'll be fine, it'll be cool.
People think he's my dad too. No, he's not my dad. He's old enough, but no.
And they dropped me off, and it was really windy, and it was like sleeting, and it was gray, and then the bus drove away, and I'm like, oh man, I got 7 days of this.
Are you gonna do it?
Maybe you just need to. 10's a lot of money.
Hey, I'll give you my 5 if you
For
do 3.
something that you should be able to do with a 500-pound basketball. No.
I'll put money on you.
You'll put money on it.
If you do 3, I'll give you my $5.
I got mine all the way up.
But if you're happy being tied with Connor, skinny little Connor. Yeah.
All right, bro. All right. I'll get 3.
165.
You getting in the action as well?
No. No, not throwing money her way. She'll do it.
It might be a killer day, and it might be a day where we're just doing 10s. They'll groan and bitch and whine about it, And then, within about 15 minutes, you're like, hey, I think I can get it for 12, you know? And then you get this little competition going back and forth between them. And like, oh, we need to put it on a timer. You take too long between reps. You know, it's just kind of fun how it all develops. And all of a sudden, a fun day happened. And that's going to bring him in there tomorrow, you know?
Good.
Just like that, every time. Nice.
Come on, Johnny.
Last one.
There it is.
That's it.
Nice.
Hey, give me that 5. Yeah. Now I have 15 in my wallet. That just got me dinner right there.
That is more important than what programming you write, how many days they come in.
Yeah, you can have the greatest program in the world, but if they're not coming to the gym, what good is that program?
Yeah.
And I could have a very subpar program, but if they're coming to the room, they're making gains, probably, at least for the first couple of years.
I think Olivia likes attention. And she'll say this. I don't think I'm saying anything she wouldn't say about herself. But when we go to these meets or training camps or stuff like that, I think she uses the fact that the cameras are on her to her advantage. And Steve also knows this, as he's been with her for so long and he knows her as an athlete, that I think it's hard for her to be in that kind of state all the time, you know, to be... I think sometimes in training she was clerking a lot after the Olympics, and I could tell there was a noticeably just, not boredom, but like it just felt so mundane to her.
She needs to find her want back. See, I can see it creeping away a little bit. And I know after the Olympics, she said she wasn't sure if she was going to continue. She needed some space.
We're even now.
Now she's getting back into it, but there's still a piece of her that's not there. You guys saw it. What happened on Monday when she did that squat? Why aren't we doing that every day? Why do we have to have a film crew come in here for that to come out, you know?
I don't think she really likes to talk about it sometimes. I know she does a little bit of journaling and, you know, has the sports psychologist through USAW. But I think what stresses her out more is when stuff's happening in her personal life, and that kind of feeds over more so than lifting feeding over into the personal life, if that makes sense.
I'm sure her friends are moving on, they've graduated, they're getting jobs, she's still doing sports, you know what I mean? That might be something that, you know, is in the back of her mind. I don't think she's satisfied, you know? I think she's hungry. If you're gonna continue in this, you need to be all in, you know? You can't just be worried about, you know, the next phase of your life. I mean, that's coming faster than you think.
But for the most part, I'd say she's pretty confident and proven that, you know, she can do these crazy things, and I think that reassures her. And she loves to, I think, when she's feeling unmotivated, watch her competition lives. She'll just watch them. I'll find her in her room, like, just watching the same video, like, 10 times. Like, I can't even remember, I think it was like 147 or something like that. And she just watches over and over. Or like little edits and Instagram reels. I'm like, okay. We're done.